Hey guys, it's Jaren here with Noraj Reviews, and today we're going to be looking at the Apple Watch and doing a full in-depth review of the Apple Watch. This, of course, is the 42mm Champagne Gold Sport watch, and here are some of the specifications right here. So, let's take a look at the box, see some of the things that the box has on it, and then we'll get into the watch. So, on the front of the watch, pretty simple boxing. Nice boxing, though, that Apple gives us, with just the Apple Watch name on the front. On one end, we have the Apple Watch specifications. This says Apple Watch Sport, 42mm case, 7000 series aluminum, gold, ION-X glass with Retina display, and it comes with the Sport band, the midnight blue color. So there are the specifications that you get on the right side, right end of the box. You don't have anything on the left side, or on the front or back sides of the box. On the bottom, though, you do get some things, nothing important, just what the Apple Watch box includes in it, and where it was made. As always, designed by Apple in California and assembled in China. So that's pretty much it on the box. Let's get into the watch. So, as always, you get your Apple box feel of opening the box, that satisfaction that you get when you open it. And you get this very, very long case that kind of looks like the EarPods case, just ginormous inside of it. This will contain your Apple Watch. We'll open that in a second. For now, we're going to go into the box even further and see what they have. So on the bottom of the box, this is where you would have your charging block and your charging cord. Very, very long cord, by the way. Very, very nice, actually. And you also get this little case with stuff. It says designed by Apple in California here. And you get your quick start guide right here with all your information about your watch band and everything. Opens up like this. That's front and back. Gives you a little information about messages, Apple Pay, display, and customization, stuff like that. Then it gives you this little thing about all the specifications of it. If you want, you can read that, but it'd probably take you a really long time, so I don't suggest reading that. And then you get your extra band right here. This is the band that actually comes with it, so that's why it's not fitting in here. I have the small band on it right now. The large band is very large. It's the one that comes with it, and it is a very, very big band, so I had to switch it out. And I think I have a big wrist, so let's put these to the side. And now we'll get into the actual watch itself. So it comes in a nice plastic box, nothing on it, just plain white with the Apple logo on top. And it has this opening on the front side of it that you use to open it up, so we'll open that up. And here is the Apple. On the inside of the Apple Watch box, you'll get this soft fabric on top that protects your Apple Watch's screen and everything, and it says what kind of Apple Watch you got. In this case, I got the Apple Watch Sport, so it says Apple Watch Sport right there, and you get your watch. And the band's a little short because I put the small one on, and this is not out of the box new, so. But it's pretty new. I just got it a few days ago. So we'll take the watch out of the box. Very, very simple to take the Apple Watch out of the box. I don't really have to explain that. So let's put this to the side, and we'll get into the actual watch itself. This is not the default watch face. When you get on your watch, you will have something like color or symbol on there when you get your Apple Watch. Or you could have some of the Apple Watch differ with what they have on them when you first get them. Some of them you could have simple. I think this is the default one I got on this watch. Actually, no, it was modular. I got modular on this watch. That was the standard one on this watch. So But all the watch faces that come with it look great, and you have a lot of customizations that you can do with watch faces. A lot of the people think that Apple Watch doesn't have very many watch faces like Android Wear, and it's true, Android Wear does have a lot more, but I honestly like the Apple watch faces better than the Android Wear watch faces. And as you see, that password keeps popping up because it knows it's off my wrist, and I do have Apple Pay on here, so that's why it has to lock up a lot, just like that. But I did set a really simple passcode so that you can access it very easily. Now, some of the features that you can customize, I'll just show you really quick. When you press down hard on your watch face, you get to this screen where you can scroll over and see all your different watch faces, but I'm on this one. I'll show you how to customize it. There's a couple different ways you can customize it. This one, it has your time scale, shows little increments of time that you can change on your watch face. So that's what I had it as. Right here, you can change the color of your watch face right here. You have a lot of different shades, and some of the shades are different on different watch faces as well. And then you have these where you can change the date, the weather, the battery percentage, the moon phase. You can change it to things like Trivia Crack and certain games like that. But it's just very, very handy to have that there. And some of watch faces have different customizations than this one, but this one has quite a bit. And to create a new one, you click here, and you can go through all the different watch faces that you have on here, and you can customize them from scratch when you click that right there. So on here, I'll show you. You might be wondering, what's that little red dot up at the top of the screen right there? I'll show you. You swipe down from the top, just like in your iPhone actually, and you get to all your notifications. So it was an activity report, and that was a notification, and it gives you that little red dot up at the top. So you get all your Amazon messages, your normal iMessages, your Instagram stuff. Instagram is actually very cool. I'm going to actually show you that now. So you can actually view posts on your Apple Watch, and that's something that I thought was really, really cool that you can't do on Android Wear. I really like that. So you have these two options, your activity and your feed, and this is feed. You get to see all your different feeds. I'm looking at a picture I posted right here. You get your comment down there, and you get the full picture. You can see the full picture there, and you get to see how many likes and one comment. You can actually click on likes. Well, apparently not on this one, but normally you can click on likes and it'll show you all your likers that have liked your photo. So let's go to feed, see if it'll take me to my full feed. Here we go. There we go. Here's all my feed right here. And as you can see, it's not showing the comment here. If you click on the photo, you get the comment there, and you can see how many likes, how many comments. And here we go. Here's your likes. If you click on your likes, you can see the latest likes right there. If you have over a certain amount, then you can only see the latest likes. But if you only have like 20 or something, you can see all the likes. So that's the Instagram app on the Apple Watch. That's probably one of my favorite apps on the Apple Watch by far, because you have a lot of different things that you're able to do with that. So let's just get in. How do you get to your apps page? I was a little bit confused on that because I hadn't watched many review videos of the Apple Watch before I got one, which is a good idea to watch review videos to see some of the specifications and everything. And one thing I was confused about was that time travel. And on stuff like chronograph and simple and stuff like that, when you turn the digital crown, it actually moves ahead or back, and it says time travel. I'm not actually sure what that does right now. I think it probably is for something if you are in a different time zone, or if you just want to time travel or something like that. That is probably what it's used for. But yeah. And also, one thing that to note is these four little corners of chronograph, specifically chronograph. You have these little four things that you can customize in your watch face settings. And they are four things that you can actually press on, most of them at least. So like, this is my stopwatch. It'll automatically start when you click that button. That confused me a few times, but it'll automatically start when you click that button. You can also use it with weather right here. Weather is actually a very nice app. It's very smooth and very clean. It's a good app, and it loads very, very quick. Unlike some third-party apps like Instagram, takes a little bit longer to load, but all the apps that come on the Apple Watch load very, very quickly, so that's something very nice. And then you can't click on moon phase, and I don't think you can click, yeah, you can't click on battery life either. But, I mean, you don't really need to. So, if you swipe up, you get to your gestures on the bottom, and you have, there's a lot of customization here too. You have your silent mode right here. I have it on silent because I just want to. You have your AirPlay. You can put your phone on vibrate. Sorry about that. I accidentally just rung my phone with that button right there. That is the button to ring your phone. If you have lost it and you're still connected to it, you can press that button and it'll make your phone ring. That's a very nice feature, and I've used it a couple times. This is Do Not Disturb, and you have your airplane mode as well. As you swipe over, you get some different displays. This is your activity page. Pretty simple, not very detailed, but I mean, you have a whole activity app to go check your details, but like right here, here's your whole activity app, and you get to different things, part of that app. But right here, just get a little simple view of the activity app. As you swipe over, you get to your music. This is actually off of Spotify. Looks the same as on any other music player on your Apple Watch as it would on your phone. You can change the volume, and you can play music from it. You can access your heart rate here, and it'll automatically start measuring from there. So if you don't want to measure your heart rate, don't go to there. You have your battery, and you have your power reserve mode. That I'll show you last because that's the it's a good idea, but I don't think it's as good as it could be. But you know, there's some improvements that can be done to the Apple Watch since it's a first generation product. So here you get your calendar, what's happening today, gives you everything, and it shows what I'm supposed to do tomorrow too, since I have nothing for today. And you can open it by clicking on that as well. So you swipe over, I have my stocks, my location, which I don't have my location services on. World clocks, I haven't added a world clock. You go to your iPhone, into your clock settings, then you add world clocks from there, and it'll show up here. You have your weather right here. It'll show the city that you're in. These are third-party gestures that I put on here. I have a Flipboard one, and it shows the latest story. And if you click that, you go to the rest of the stories. Over here, you have Shazam. It shows the last song that I Shazammed. Over here, recent photos, which is a very nice feature. If you have that set as, if you have this gesture, you swipe up, find this gesture, swipe down, then when you swipe up again, you're automatically on this gesture again, and you can see, is there a photo that someone that I know posted, and if it is, you can click it, and you can like it, or do whatever you want with that. I also have Twitter on here. It has your top trending hashtag. You can change that too. I have my bank on here. Starbucks app, which I haven't set up yet, but the Starbucks app is supposed to work very nicely with your Apple Watch as well. And then you can go back to your watch face by clicking the digital crown. To get to your apps view, all you do is click that digital crown again, and it takes you to your apps. Now my apps setup layout is a little different than you normally get. It's in a line. I kind of like it, but it's not for everyone. So I'm just going to go over some of the standard apps. First of all would be Apple Wallet right here. And there's another way to get to Apple Pay, but I'm just going to show you the Apple Wallet because it has some different things that you can't access with Apple Pay. So it has my Visa on here, and it also has my Starbucks card, which you can't access the Starbucks card by double-clicking the side button to get to Apple Pay. So to use your Starbucks card, you have to click on that, and then you swipe down, and then it brings you to the barcode where you can scan that. And you also have that, which you can access it here instead of double-clicking there, but obviously that way's easier. So we'll get back to here. I do have some third-party apps like Trivia Crack, Flipboard, Shazam, Twitter, Clipstro, Amazon, Weebly, Uber, some stuff like that. Uber actually is kind of nice. I haven't actually used it yet, but it has a very clean layout and is one of the best third-party apps I've actually seen on here. Trivia Crack is another one of my favorites that does work very, very nicely on here, as well as Facebook Messenger. You can actually see full conversations, which is one thing that's very nice about the Apple Watch. On the Android, where you get little hints of what's going to be on the message, but you can't actually go to the actual messages and look back at what people are saying and actually respond from the watch. It's like the Apple Watch is an extension of your phone, not the full phone, but it gives you a good idea of what is coming in the second generation, because this gives you a very nice way of doing things without having to have your phone out. But yeah, I have quite a few third-party apps on here. Definitely not not all of them. There's tons and tons of third-party apps that you can get for the Apple Watch, and they're always coming out with more. Not as much as Android Wear, I don't think, quite yet, but this is one of the first products. So, I mean, it'll take some time to catch up with Android Wear, but I think that it will. Let's just go into some of the settings of the Apple Watch. I'll show you some of those. So you have your time settings. You can go to your time ahead, which you can do from the front of the Apple Watch. Not too much there. You have your Bluetooth. You can connect to separate Bluetooth devices, like your health device if you have Nike Plus, or if you just have a pair of Bluetooth headphones that you want to connect. So that's kind of nice that you can connect to Bluetooth devices while your phone's at home or whatever, if you have music saved on your Apple Watch. Then you have your Do Not Disturb mode, your General. Let's go into General real quick. You can go into About, just like in your iPhone. It says the name of your watch, how many songs, photos, applications, the capacity you can have, how much is available, the version, model, everything that you get on your iPhone you have here as well. You have your orientation if you wear it on your right wrist or your left wrist. I wear it on my right wrist, and you can change where the digital crown is. So you can swap the bands. If you want the digital crown on the right side, you'll flip the watch face, and you'll have the digital crown here if you like using it there more. So that's kind of nice. I had the digital crown on the right side for a while, but I switched it back to the left side. But I switched it back to the right side because I kind of like it there better. Wake screen you can turn off when you raise your wrist and flip it. You can turn that motion detection off. And you can have it resume to your previous activity. If you're in, like, say, Instagram, you rotate your wrist, it turns the watch face off. If you rotate your wrist again, it'll open it back up to Instagram. But I have it on watch face, which is the standard one. If you are on Instagram, rotate your wrist, the screen turns off, and you rotate it back, it'll turn back onto your watch face. So if you don't like that, you can turn that off in your settings, which is nice. Some people, even me, I might decide to do that sometime. You also have nightstand mode. If you have a stand like the Apple stand that you can get, or just a stand, third-party stand, you can have that turned on. I think it's turned on standard, and if you put that on there, it'll turn into like a little thing, kind of like the Moto 360 one right here. You also have your accessibility, voiceover, zoom, reduction, motion, on and off labels, stuff like that, just like you get in your iPhone. You have your Siri, Hey Siri. I have it on, it's on standard. It doesn't use that much battery. I would suggest keeping it on just in case you have that urge to try it and you don't want to go into your settings to try and find it again. If you use your Apple Watch all day long, even with Hey Siri on, I haven't found that it kills my watch, and I found that the battery life on this watch is very, very well. Probably about the same as the Moto 360 was for me. Here's the regulatory information that you have here. And you have your reset button. So that's all in your general. Then further down in your settings, you have your brightness and text size, sound and haptics, and your passcode, which you have to have a passcode for your Apple Pay if you have Apple Pay on here. So I'm just going to show you the Photos app, because that was an app that I synced with my phone. You have to go into your settings and actually sync it, but once it's synced with your phone, you can actually swipe through pictures and actually see specific pictures, which is kind of nice because you can make custom watch faces with those pictures on it. I just wanted to show that because that's a cool feature I like. And it also, when you're in apps, you can use the digital crown to get out of the apps by just swiping up and going out of the app. And yeah, so those are the major apps that I think you should know about that I use the most, probably. I don't use Twitter that much on the actual app. I'm not showing you those apps because most of the time I think I'm using it to look at the notification, and I'm not going to go deeper into the app to find out more, respond and stuff. Twitter's a good app for notifications. It's also a good app to go into the app if you really wanted to, but I don't do it, so I don't think it's one that's going to be a deal breaker if the app doesn't look good. It still does, but it's not one that I would use often. So let's go into the. I'm going to show you two more: the phone app and the messages app, because I think those are pretty nice apps to have on here. And another thing that you should know, on the side here is your speaker, and that's a very nice feature. Feature that I didn't expect, actually, that you can actually talk on the phone with someone just using your Apple Watch, and you don't have to use your, well, you have to have your phone nearby, but you don't have to use your phone speaker and microphone to hear the other person. So let's get over to the phone app. Like I said, I have it on Wake 2 watch face, so that's why it went back. But here we have our favorites, and if you have favorites on your phone, they'll show up there. You have your recent calls right here, and you can scroll through there and find a phone number that you'd like to call. You also have your contacts here. They give all your contacts from your phone that you can call. And you have your voicemail, which you can hear voicemails from here, which is kind of nice, actually. Something that I don't think I'd use often, but it's kind of nice to have. So here's your messages. I'll just show you a message from Amazon. They process my order, stuff like that. And you can, here's all my Amazon orders from the last, who knows how long. But it's kind of nice how the messages scroll through. I kind of like that. You can see previous messages from a ways back, actually. And you can reply all the way at the bottom. You can use the screen or the digital crown. I find myself using the screen more than a digital crown, probably, except for when I go to the apps page. But here's your quick responses. You can change these on your phone if you want different ones, or you can just use your dictation or your emojis. The emojis are kind of weird. I kind of like them, actually, though. They're a little strange, but they're kind of weird. You get these this hand here, and by just turning the digital crown, he'll change to different positions, like a thumbs up, thumbs down, OK sign, high five, whatever you want. And you have different ones. You have your frequently used. You can use those as well. But I'll show you some of the other ones you get here. You get your heart. You can get different kinds of hearts, like a broken heart, like that, or heart with wings, arrow, whatever. And you have this little guy right here. You can have different emotions coming across on this emoji right here. You get lots of different customizations there, so that's kind of nice. Okay, so now I'm going to show you Apple Pay. On the side, you have two buttons. You have the digital crown, and you have this other button right here, which brings you to your friends, I would call it. You click it twice, and it brings you to this page. Sorry about that. You click it twice, and it brings you to your Apple Pay. You click it once, and it brings you to your friends page. There we go. And these will be all your friends that you have on your watch, and you can scroll through them. I have several pages, and you can add from here as well. I don't have any friends that aren't on there. I put my whole contacts list on there, so that's why that's there. You click it, and it will take you back to your watch face. So there it is, guys. There's a in-depth review of the Apple Watch 42mm Sport Edition with the gold and midnight blue strap. Guys, I love this watch. If you're thinking about getting this watch, I would definitely think hard about it. It's a great watch. I would definitely prefer it over Android Wear watch for an iPhone if you're thinking about getting a watch. And now that Android Wear works on iPhones, it's not technically the best choice. Apple Watch will still work and function better with the apps that come standard on your iPhone. So if you have an iPhone and are wanting, and this is in your price range, I would definitely get this over any Android Wear watch. So thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you liked it. If you have any questions or anything, leave them in the comment section below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Always, guys, leave a thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you next time.